Welcome to this session of Meet the Candidate, and my guest is Mary Kuney, candidate for Spokane County Commissioner, and welcome to the program, Mary.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today.
Well, we are just trying to give people an opportunity to get acquainted with candidates as real people, and starting with telling us about where you grew up.
So I'm originally, my family's from Iowa, but I've been in Spokane, for elementary school, and then we moved back to Iowa, and then we came back to Spokane when I was in high school. So I went to Central Valley High School and then Gonzaga University, and then married my husband 27 years ago here in Spokane, and we have 2 children and have been here ever since.
Well, that's beyond Central Valley. Was there some other formal education or training you pursued?
Yes. So then I went to Gonzaga University and was there for 4 years and got my degree in accounting. And so I am a CPA and worked in public and private accounting. And right after college, kind of like a lot of people in Spokane do, that as soon as I was done with college, I actually moved to San Francisco for 3 years. And so kind of got that big city experience and decided, I really like Spokane and want to be back here. So have been here ever since.
That's kind of one of the other questions I usually ask later, which is there someplace else that you have lived or traveled that's really shaped how you see your hometown here in Spokane?
Yeah, well, I can answer that now because it definitely, San Francisco, going down there for 3 years, at the time I graduated in '87 from college, a lot of kids were going to Seattle at that point. And I thought, well, I want to do something different. So went to San Francisco, which was really an awesome experience. Like, going into the big city, lived in San Francisco, audited clients outside of the area. So audited wineries and C&H Sugar. So kind of some fun things. But it was really interesting how, and I'll just say it this way, as someone, who's Caucasian going down to San Francisco with the Asian community and the Black community, you're really almost a minority in the city. And so it's very interesting. It was very eye-opening for me. And I think really helped shape me, into the future that we're all here together. We're all people and we're all doing the best we can and we have to work together.
That is a good shaping experience. Before you got to that great job experience after Gonzaga, what was the first job you might have had in high school or even childhood? Some people get a first job at the age of 10, but not so much anymore.
So my first job was actually working out off Barker Road at the KOA campground. So I was the one who would register campers as they would come in. And so I did that during high school and then also taught, I was a dancer and so taught dance to little, preschoolers.
I'm not sure they're actually dancing at that age, but they're getting into good movement. So that
exactly.
So what were some non-school or informal activities, the kind of volunteer or things that you're passionate about outside of just work?
So I have been volunteering, and I would say my passion is kids. So even when I was in San Francisco, did junior achievement. So teaching, middle schoolers about finances. And then when I moved back to Spokane, got involved in Junior League, which is very involved with helping youth in our community. And then the Boys and Girls Club board, and I'm currently on the Hutton Settlement board. And so I've been on Hutton Settlement, for over 10 years. And that's a position that there's 21 females that are on the board, and it's a board that you can stay on as long as you want. There's no term limits, and so we kind of say we're like the Supreme Court, that we're there till we've got several ladies, that literally have been on for like 40 years.
I know Levi Hutton was adamant about the makeup of that board, being all women.
Yes.
And in it for the long term. Yeah.
I think it was having that. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, it was having that mothering experience for the children that are there and having that consistency. I think that was truly, his passion was he wanted them to feel like they had that love and compassion of mothers.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. Well, it's a very full life. So why volunteer for elected office?
Well, I think, I have to say that as Washington State Auditor, so I would audit cities, counties, and school districts, and I did that for 10 years. And so you would really, go around and you would see a lot of good things that are happening within our government entities, and you'd see some things that you didn't like, as well as in elected officials. And so I think, there was an opportunity for me to, back in 2014, I actually ran for Spokane County Treasurer. Didn't get that and went to work for the auditor's office. And so I think at that time, Shelley O'Quinn had resigned from her position and the position was open. I thought, well, maybe this is the time to really step up. We're always looking for people that have great experience and are going to provide the benefit to our community. And so I felt that I could do that.
Well, that brings us to that last closing question, your minute or so to give the answer to the direct question. Why should people vote for Mary Kuney for Spokane County Commissioner?
So I've been commissioner now about 2.5 years. I was appointed back in 2017, won the position in 18 and now here. And I think that people have seen that I'm very collaborative. That's one of my strengths, that is bringing people together to find real solutions to problems. And so that's one of the reasons I think I have common sense leadership. I'm fiscally conservative as a CPA and endorsed by, past elected officials, current elected officials, small city mayors, large city mayors. And so it's really a broad spectrum of people. And I think that, I truly feel that I'm here for, because I'm caring and take care of people and take care of our businesses, because I think you need to do both. It's not either or. And so really here for taking care of everybody.
Well, thank you very much, Mary. That was a good summary, and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you.
90 million Christians are eligible to vote.
40 million didn't.
That's 45% of eligible Christians not voting.
We can change that.
We Believe We Vote was designed to arm people of faith with information on candidates
and how they line up with biblical and constitutional principles.
It's simply WeBelieveWeVote.com.
We're on a mission to rev up the 2020 election.
Tell your friends, your neighbors, and especially your pastors to rev up.
Be an educated voter.
Arm yourself with truth based on the Word of God.
2020, rev up.
Register, educate, vote.
Rev up.
Rev up.
Rev up 2020.